What is up, guys, and welcome to another video for MHG. And you guys know I've been playing and streaming a ton of SWTOR. All you guys have been jumping in the Discord, all you guys have been joining the dark side and the light side on our guild. I really appreciate you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some basic beginner tips for a lot of you guys who are just now getting back into SWTOR. I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to really help your gameplay. But first, don't be like a stormtrooper and miss your aim. Make sure you like and subscribe. Blow it up, baby. One of the first things you'll notice about when I play this game is I can zoom really far back like this. Well, one of the advantages of being able to zoom out really far is when you get into some of those bigger boss fights, you can kind of see everybody and see everything and move a little easier. First thing you'll want to do is go up into your little cog here and go into preferences. You'll want to click on controls. And then right here is where you're going to see the max camera distance. I was so dumb. It took me like maybe years. I had it set at like 17. It took me forever to realize, hey, I can actually move this out all the way to 100 so that when I use my mouse wheel, I can zoom in and out way farther back. Tip number 2, how to do guild invites. Yeah, just hit enter /G invite and then their character's name. Now, one of the biggest things about this is you got to make sure that that character is actually online in the same server as you are to make sure they can get in the guild. So, for example, I'm in Starforge, so if I was wanting to send myself a guild invite, I would make sure and use this name here at the bottom, not this name as it appears here. I want to use this name right here, and then you can jump into a guild. So the next thing is, hey, I'm finally in a guild and I want to see what's going on with our guild mates and who's all in there and all that stuff, who's an officer. All you have to do is hit G. G, and it brings up your whole guild. You can see your whole guild. You can see who is in the guild, who's been demoted, who's been promoted. Usually this is from inactivity. You can see your roster. You can click to show people who are offline and online. You can go in and friend people who are on your guild list so that you'll have friends show up online. You can see the perks and unlock areas of your ship. You can see the ranks of how many people are recruits, members, lieutenants, officers, and guild masters. You can see all of that. So this is a really handy tool. All you have to do is hit G. If you're the guild master, this is where you can do all your editing. You can edit whatever you want your message of the day to be for your guild. You can edit the way that your guild symbol looks. It's so many things. You can go in and change and give people different rights in your guild. You can set them as officers, hit notes, things like that. So it's really helpful. The next one I would say is probably the biggest one, which a lot of y'all have asked me in stream. How do you get your UI to be so clean, just everything down here? So what you'll want to do is actually click on this little plus sign right here, and it gives you different types of setups that you can do that are automatic. So like this one here, you can see it moves some of my stuff over to the side. The retro, which is very, very clean. You got the one that I have, like the mercenary or the enhanced. You got the defaults right here. So some of you guys have started with the default, and you're like, man, how do I get out of this one? The one that I use probably the most is the one that I just set up here. I just like to have all my stuff in this area because I do a lot of clicking for my abilities. But if you want to set up your own and make it however you want, you can open up the editor interface, and this is where you can literally move everything around. So you don't like your map being right here, you can move it over here, you can move it down here, you can move it, I don't know, wherever you want, whatever's the easiest thing for you. If you want to move some of these mission trackers up over here, you can move them right over here to the left side of the screen instead of the right side of the screen. There's so many things that you can do. Look, you can even move the menu bar wherever you want. So this is a great way to basically make whatever you want your interface to look like, so that helps you play the best that you want to play. I will also give you a tip. Once you get your Cartel coins, or you have Cartel coins, one of the things that you're going to want to buy that is super cheap, that is great to help you get good gear and things like that, is the Ultimate Cartel packs. These things are amazing. They usually pack a lot of good loot. You can see from my previous Explorer packs here, I have a ton of different things stashed away that I haven't even used. And the great thing is you can access this right here, this item stash, from any character. So if there's something like here, I want a dark side Sith sorcerer to have Krea's armor, I can log into my character and select that and claim it for that particular character. So that's what's really cool about that. So if you have Cartel coins, that's what I'd recommend you spend them on. If you're sitting here and you're like, hey, I can't get my companion to show up, all you have to do is hit N, and you'll bring up your companions, and it'll show you the companions that you can summon to join you right here. So let me just summon one of my companions real quick here.
What's up?
Now, one of the most important things, especially if you're running solo, is to right-click your companion and select the role that you want them to play for you. So in most cases, you're going to want them to be a healer. That way you can focus on fighting and DPSing while my companion will be healing me, so I don't have to worry about using my healing abilities while I'm fighting other people in a fight. Simple enough as well. If you're done with your companion, you don't want him around, or you're sitting in the fleet or something like that, or with other guild members in the guild ship, you can just dismiss them and they will no longer be on your profile here. The next tip that I'm going to give you, and it took me forever to even know to do this, if you right click your actual character here, you can toggle them for PvP. You can also select your loot discipline. So in this case, with my Mandalorian Bounty Hunter, I am going with a arsenal build. So I want loot that's going to drop for my arsenal build. So what you want to make sure to set your loot discipline to whatever you want loot to drop. If you want pyro, if you want arsenal, if you want whatever you want it to be, you need to make sure that you're selecting whichever one of these types of loot disciplines you want, so that when you do flashpoints or missions and things like that, the gear that you'll get for your character will go toward that particular type of build. Something that is super beneficial that you see on this character that I have here, I have my regular mount that I can use and fly around with my jetpack, right? Well, there's something else that's super useful if you're in an area where you can't mount and you don't want to just run forever. This is something you can open up with your legacy. It's the rocket booster. You can use these in any place. So if you're in a place where you can't use your mount, you can use these rocket boosters. You may see people flying around in the fleet ship and things like that with them, so that you can get through these areas super fast. So let me show you where you go to unlock those particular things. So you'll go to the top of your menu here, wherever your menu is, and you'll go to your legacy. Once you've clicked on your legacy, you'll want to make sure you go to perks right here, your global unlocks. And this is where you can unlock global things for all of your characters. So in this case, you can unlock a random pet. You can unlock your random mount. You can unlock mounting movement, which is great. So when you're moving and you want to mount your character while you're moving, you typically can't run and mount while you're moving. This is an ability that you can unlock in that legacy. So let me get back to it real quick. Perks. So those are things that you can unlock with in-game credits as you move along. Some of them will require certain levels. As you can see here, the tactical markers, it gives you certain levels right there. But this is the rocket booster section here. So you'll want to use these, because I'm telling you guys, this is such a great tool, especially when in places when you can't use your mount. Another one I would use is the quick unlock, the legacy travel. That is so useful if you want to get around the map and you don't want to have to use your mount to get around anywhere. So any areas that you've unlocked on your map, you can travel there faster. If you are only a subscriber is when you can do this. So keep in mind, you can only do this if you're a subscriber. But this combat style, they now give you the ability to have 2 different combat styles. And if you haven't actually paid for this yet, there is a section here that'll show up that you can change this ability on the fly for something like 300,000 credits, in-game credits. So if you want to be able to be in an area where, hey, you're fighting as a mercenary and you're like, you know what, my pyrotech build is actually better than my mercenary for this particular flashpoint or something like that, you can switch it on the fly, and it'll allow you to switch it out. Make sure you're going to have to redo your loadouts, though, as this message gives me. I've never done it because I just love my mercenary. But that gives you an idea of having 2 different disciplines on your character. So maybe you have a Sith sorcerer, but also we want to be a Sith assassin. So these are new abilities that you can unlock with 2 combat styles for one character, which is just absolutely awesome. And the last one I'll give here is you now have outfitters. So the way this works is you'll want to come here and you have to use in-game credits, but you can set your outfit right here to whatever you want it to look like. So it doesn't matter what gear I put on here, my guy is always going to look like one of these outfits that I've selected. So I got Mandalore, I got the classic Mandalorian look, I got the Bounty Hunter look here, I got my Great Mythosaur look here. So these are ways if you want to just change cosmetically the way your character looks, but you don't want to change out the gear that you have on your character, this is how you do it, because this is how you get this guy to look like this no matter what I have on as gear. These are my tips, guys. If you're looking to join the guild, or you want to join a pretty chill guild like ours, the Mules of Sith or the Mules of War, which is our pub side, jump in the description down below. There's a link for our Discord. Just jump in, and we can make sure and get you into the guild, and we can all play some operations or flashpoints together and have some fun. I appreciate all you guys, and blow it up, baby.
Make sure to like and subscribe, or we will execute Order 66. Check out our other videos on the screen as well.
Yes, my lord.